saying that Leighton and I were frenemies. And it's
frenemies. Is that the new term, frenemies?
Yeah, we're friends, but we're also enemies. And it's really strange because they always want to pit women against each other. You don't hear about like Penn and Chase hating each other.
I think I'm just brunette because of the books.
And everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
The movie is going to affect people and they're going to want to tell you about their life. So if someone understands the themes of this movie, comes across you in public, and they want to really talk to you, what's the best way for them to be able to talk to you about this? How would you recommend they go about it?
Like asking for like my address or my phone number or like my location share. Or I could just look.
Blake Lively has spent years polishing the image of Hollywood's golden girl. But beneath that glossy facade lies a far messier truth. She is, and always has been, the industry's reigning mean girl. For years, she's leaned on powerful connections and celebrity allies to protect her from scrutiny, enabling her pettiness, cruelty, and manipulative behavior to go unchecked. But that era is ending. Former co-stars and industry insiders are finally speaking out, exposing the version of Blake the public was never meant to see. The chaos between Blake and Justin Baldoni isn't an isolated incident. It's part of a long, well-documented pattern. From Penn Badgley to Anna Kendrick to now Baldoni, Blake repeatedly clashes with castmates and colleagues across completely different projects. At some point, when the list of enemies keeps growing, you have to ask the obvious question. Maybe the problem is her. The signs are undeniable. She stirs friction, undermines collaborators, and leaves disorder wherever she goes. And yet, through it all, Blake has managed to maintain a flawless public image, thanks largely to the Ryan Reynolds PR machine and powerful friendships with people like Taylor Swift. These alliances have shielded her, allowing her to skate past accountability for years. But those shields are finally cracking. And the real Blake Lively, the petty, exhausting, and at times outright cruel collaborator, is at last being dragged into the light.
To pay the show choir director to put me in the choir. Because I can't sing or dance to save my life.
But you were lead in that choir,
I went in there, I was like, I'm supposed to be in this choir. Yeah, I was very like passionate and, you know, they put me in the choir.
Were you a high school actress?
No, I was in show choir. Glee is based on my high school. So it was, it was so much fun. If I could be professionally in show choir for a living, I would, but I can't sing or dance. And
so how do you show choir if you can't sing or dance?
Because I was really excited to be there, and I just I had a very big performance face, so they'd put me in the front row a lot because there were amazing singers and dancers that were just kind of saying the words, but I would be like.
Blake Lively has spent years selling the narrative of Hollywood's perfect woman, the devoted wife, the doting mother, the loyal friend, the effortless Bolden girl with the flawless smile. But talk to anyone who's actually worked beside her, and an entirely different picture emerges. Behind the polished facade are stories of career sabotage, attention-chasing antics, and a relentless hunger to steal the spotlight from anyone who dares stand too close. The cracks in her persona have been there for years, if you know where to look. Take Penn Badgley, Blake's co-star on Gossip Girl. Fans know Blake can be petty, but what she did to Penn went far beyond petty. Imagine walking onto a new set, excited to start, only to be met with cold shoulders and whispered judgments. Not because you did anything wrong, but because your co-star had already poisoned the well. Blake had the cast wrapped around her finger from day one, and she used that influence to turn everyone against Penn before he even had a chance. He spent his first week isolated, judged, and treated like an outsider, all because Blake decided she didn't like him. That's not miscommunication. That's textbook mean girl manipulation. And the consequences didn't end there. After marrying Ryan Reynolds, Blake became practically untouchable in the industry. Producers wanted to be in her orbit. Media outlets worshipped her every Instagram post. With that newfound power, her lack of support for Penn carried weight. The industry cooled on him, opportunities slipped away, and he was left fighting to rebuild a career that Blake's influence had quietly buried. It wasn't until You that Penn finally reclaimed his place. Fast forward to today, and this same blueprint is repeating itself, with Justin Baldoni on the set of It Ends With Us. Even before the legal chaos exploded, fans noticed something was off. Justin excluded, treated as an afterthought, overshadowed by Blake's presence. During the press tour, he discovered on camera that Ryan Reynolds had worked on the film's infamous rooftop scene without his knowledge. Behind the scenes, Blake reportedly pressured him to compromise his script, relying on Ryan's clout to back her demands. The dynamic was eerily familiar. Blake pulling strings, dominating creative decisions, and boxing out the very person meant to lead the project. The parallels between Penn's experience and Justin's ordeal are impossible to ignore. This isn't a one-time misunderstanding. It's a pattern of manipulation, narrative control, and using influence as a weapon. Whether it's whisper campaigns, silent pressure, or outright undermining, Blake has repeatedly chosen her own ego and image over the careers of the people around her. And every time, someone else pays the price.
With us, so I'm hoping to see you back in the double duty role.
I think there are better people for that one.
Justin.
I think Blake Lively's ready to direct. That's what I think.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Justin said he doesn't know if he'd be game to direct the next one, but perhaps Blake would. Is that something that you would entertain?
Oh, absolutely. I think that whoever decides to take charge of the next one would do it justice. But, it's a lot of people to get the same schedules together again, so we'll see.
Oh, absolutely. She's so capable of that. She is a powerhouse. She could do.
Things got so extreme during the premiere of It Ends With Us that Justin Baldoni and his team were practically relegated to the sidelines while Blake Lively seized the spotlight, acting as if she alone carried the film. It was a public display of control that left fans and insiders alike shaking their heads. The dynamic echoed past behavior, reminiscent of what happened with Penn Badgley on Gossip Girl. While their initial tension eventually gave way to a 2 to 3 year romance during filming, Blake ultimately ended the relationship and quickly shifted her attention to Ryan Reynolds, cementing a pattern of leveraging relationships and influence to keep the focus squarely on herself. Some of the texts Blake reportedly sent to Justin suggest she may have been secretly infatuated with him, adding an awkward layer to the professional manipulation. But it wasn't just private messages that exposed her behavior. Colleen Hoover, for instance, reportedly took a social media break to distance herself from Blake's antics. When she returned, she had removed every tag, mention, or reference to Blake from her accounts, a silent acknowledgement of the drama Blake often drags into every corner. It's not hard to see why Blake has a history of co-opting sensitive topics like sexual assault or domestic violence to make situations about herself. This pattern has alienated co-stars, journalists, and fans alike, yet Blake continues to act as if she can control everything. It's no surprise that those she's crossed are now speaking out. Penn Badgley wasn't the only one to experience Blake's manipulative tendencies. On Gossip Girl, she also clashed with Leighton Meister, her on-screen best friend. Their personalities reportedly caused friction. Blake, extroverted and highly engaged, often thrived on attention, while Leighton, introverted and reserved, kept to herself. On the show's 10th anniversary in 2017, executive producer Joshua Safran told Vanity Fair that the two weren't close in real life, and they didn't follow each other on social media. But anyone watching interviews and press appearances could see it went deeper than personality differences. Blake frequently made offhand jokes at Leighton's expense, sometimes crossing into outright mean comments, expecting laughter that didn't come. While Blake thrived on controlling every narrative, Leighton navigated the set quietly and on her own terms. The contrast was striking, highlighting Blake's tendency to dominate, manipulate, and overshadow others, whether intentionally or out of habit. From Penn to Justin to Leighton, the pattern is consistent, controlling, manipulative, and often cruel, all cloaked in charm or humor. These behaviors have left lasting impacts on her co-stars, revealing a side of Hollywood's golden girl that the public rarely sees.
Saying that Leighton and I were frenemies, and it's
frenemies. Is that the new term, frenemies?
Yeah, we're friends, but we're also enemies. And it's really strange because they always want to pit women against each other. You don't hear about like Penn and Chase hating each other and being jealous and competitive.
Everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway. awkward moment by me.
Remember Savannah.
It was another promise was no pet monkey. Chuck has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them. Come on, it was a joke. Lord have mercy.
Your wardrobe? That is important. Very good.
It's very important.
This is wardrobe.
This is wardrobe. This was on the return rack. I think it was hers. So I had to go and slip them cash.
Whether it's Blake Lively's chronic inability to read the room or just her signature mean girl energy, her behavior on set rubbed many people the wrong way. Reports suggest her tension with Leighton Meester escalated so much that other cast members felt compelled to take sides, creating a toxic and uncomfortable atmosphere behind the scenes. That discord didn't stay hidden. It spilled over into press appearances, where fans and media alike could sense the strain between them. Co-stars have often described Blake as a diva who demands her way no matter the cost. One of the clearest examples comes from Armie Hammer, another Gossip Girl alum. In an interview with Andy Cohen, he hinted at how challenging it was to work with her, implying her behavior played a role in her early departure from the show. While Hammer tried to stay diplomatic, his comments revealed just how unsettling the experience truly was. Behind the glamour, the red carpets, and the carefully curated public persona, Blake's reputation for being controlling and high maintenance has left a lasting mark on those who worked with her. It exposes a side of Hollywood's so-called golden girl that few ever get to see.
On Gossip Girl, who was the biggest diva on set?
Biggest diva on set of Gossip Girl.
You can say it because it's so far away from where you are now. That show's over. I suggest that you do not pass on another question.
By the way. Thank you, Chelsea.
I wish I could take all of my passes back and use them all right now. Yeah.
Wow.
Let me just say that was a tough show to film, and I didn't end up actually filming all of the episodes I was supposed to because it was such a tough film.
Really? Literally, you said, get me out of this.
It was also like, get him out of here. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it just literally was that. Whose love interest were you?
I was Blake Lively's love interest.
You were?
Yeah.
Okay, well then.
Sounds like she was the problem.
It sure does, Chelsea.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Don't put words into his mouth.
Yeah. Yes. Because my foot is already there.
No, it is not.
No, continue. Sorry, it's your show.
No, please, you continue. I'm interested in what you... No, I like
Sorry.
it.
I need another...
As dramatic as Blake Lively's tension with co-stars can be, it pales compared to the friction she had with Anna Kendrick during the 2018 thriller A Simple Favor. Sources say the conflict began years earlier in 2016 when Anna reportedly made a comment about Blake's close friend, Taylor Swift. Anna told reporters that she would be terrible at emulating someone like Swift, describing her as the perfect Miss America version of interacting with fans and creating a positive experience for everyone. Anna added, "I don't want people to meet me and have it ruin their day, but I'm glad I can say something weird to them and they know that's just me." By most accounts, it wasn't a direct insult toward Taylor Swift, but Blake took it personally. Determined to defend her friend, she allegedly used her influence on set to undermine Anna, creating tension during the film's production. The press tour for A Simple Favor reflected this strain. Interviews were reportedly painful to watch, with the animosity between the two so palpable that it felt almost physical. Observers noted that the tension seemed to affect the energy of the entire cast, making what should have been routine promotional events awkward and uncomfortable for everyone involved.